Hello there, Internet. We got a brand new mini set that I honestly had no idea was happening. Like, I just noticed this. It uploaded 2 hours ago. I was working on recording a video for tomorrow, and all of a sudden, like, this came out of nowhere. Like, did we know this? Am I not doing my job properly? Like, what's going on here? This completely shocked me. Maybe I feel like I'm behind the curve a lot of times. I did not see this happening. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing a live reaction out of nowhere. New cards. I thought we had to wait until April 30th to get a new set. And I was already thinking, oh man, April is going to be a little bit tough, you know, in that sense, waiting for the new expansion. But no, they just keep pumping out the content, and then we got an expansion at the end of April. It just keeps flowing. I love it. I absolutely love it. Let's just jump right into it. You know, without further ado, it's only 44 seconds. Let's see what information we can get here. Okay, let's do this. I'm recording, right? Because I can only do this in one take. Full blind reaction. I have no idea what's going on. Let's see. Beedrill? Wait, is that's green? It's a shining. Oh, they're doing shiny Pokemon. Wait, hey, we got a new Charizard EX. Oh my God. Okay. Starting off strong, shining Charizard. I love this. It makes the Pokemon cards look a little bit different. Like now it's like, why? Yeah, of course they're gonna do this. It makes so much sense. A 5 energy attack. Wait, what? Okay, Stoke. Take 3 fire energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. 180 HP, and then Steam Artillery will deal 150 damage. Okay, this is no Crimson Storm, but it's not costing, you know, like once you get there, right? So basically, you need to have 2 energy onto Charizard prior. You send them to the front line, you Stoke, and then you aim to sweep. 150 damage allows you to one-shot the vast majority of relevant Pokemon in the game. It's also important to note that a Pokemon that can avoid this, theoretically, is Dialga with a giant cape on, but you hit it super effectively, so Dialga will succumb to this no matter what, which is very relevant because that is the #1 deck in the game right now. You know, there are ways to avoid this, like a giant cape onto a 140 HP Pokemon like Arceus can survive this attack, so you may have to wear them down prior, and that's easier said than done. Do you play this with Moltres? They're like, I don't know if Moltres is the appropriate way to do this, because you're just like passing energy. I think you can run a deck that actually focuses on utilizing Dawn, and you somehow run, like, this may be a Charizard that fits a deck that doesn't run Moltres, because if you run Moltres, you're just better off playing the other Charizard. So this further expands onto the fire typing and gives you a different sort of like win condition. 150, like I said, it's really there, like, but it's not like 160 is the sweet spot to guarantee you one-shot everything. So you may have to combine this with a Pokemon that is able to weaken the board just a little bit. I'm even thinking stuff like Spiritomb, to be honest, though of course healing is a counter to that. But in the Dialga Arceus matchup specifically, like this is gonna one-shot the vast majority of things. Unless the Arceus has a cape on it, but you can also run Giovanni. If you run Charizard X with Giovanni, you guarantee pretty much 1-hit KO anything that deck has to offer. So that's really relevant. Giovanni may be making a comeback with this thing. I like this design because it's actually different. It falls into that theme of like Charizard needs to build up a lot of energy and hit like a truck, but it's a completely different approach at it. The retreat cost being 3 is also quite relevant because once this guy goes in, you don't really want to be forced to retreat him. Really, really interesting. That 180 HP is very relevant too because it allows him to tank the vast majority of hits as well. Really dope Charizard design. I actually really like this. I'm not sure how good it'll be, but with Giovanni, like this thing has a lot of potential, I think. Bro, I mean, with all these flash, I'm tripping. I am... What the? Okay, Lucario EX. We got Lucario EX, and the first time we do so, it is a shiny version. 150 HP, 3 energy, Aura Sphere. That's his classic attack that, you know, in the games can never miss. Dealing 100 damage here. This attack also does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So like in Paldean, it's a stronger version of Empoleon's attack, but this is just a stage 1 evolution. Given it's an EX Pokemon, but it's honestly like a much better version of Empoleon. The fact that you only need 2 pieces to enable this. And the fact that you can also potentially run this in a deck that runs both Lucario EX and regular Lucario can allow you to enhance the Aura Sphere to 120. And if you do that, you pretty much... You're pretty guaranteed to one-shot whatever's in front of you and also attack something in the back. Which is really, really interesting. I like it. I really dig it. I love attacks that spread out their damage output between 2 different sources. Like Empoleon is one of the dopest cards from the last expansion. And I really like this Lucario design. I'm liking what I'm seeing. The Pachirisu, I don't really care about Pachirisu. What the hell is a Wiglet? Okay, I feel like this is the boomer Pokemon fan in me. What the hell is a Wiglet? That just feels like some Diglett breeding just went awfully wrong, like some genetic mutation that just should not have happened. What the hell am I looking at here? God, this is disturbing. I don't know. Wiglet is this a thing? I didn't play Pokemon Sun and Moon, and I haven't played Scarlet Violet. Is this from what the hell? Okay, let me move on. It just really threw me off. Wiglet, who designed this? 60 HP, Spring Out. One of your opponent's Pokemon is chosen at random. Do 30 damage to it. Yeah, its attack is actually very, very fitting because like it causes the same impression on me than the image does. Like, okay. Pure Gamba early game attacker. Does this thing evolve? Oh God, does this thing evolve? What does it evolve into? I don't know. Oh my God. Does it evolve into like 3 Wiglets? Oh gee, this is just, that just sounds so inappropriate. Pachirisu with 70 HP and a plasma attack. I'm just making sure that I'm recording. Okay, so it's working. Like my mic is not muted or anything. I get paranoid when I do these kind of videos because I only have one take, and if I screw something up, it's ruined. Pachirisu has 70 HP and a plasma attack that deals 10 damage. Take an electric energy from your energy zone and attach it to one of your benched. What? What? With 70 HP? Oh, this thing is insane. This thing is absolutely insane. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This Pokemon is nuts. This could arguably be a better version of Manaphy. Yeah, Manaphy is spreading into 2 different Pokemon. Don't get me wrong, but 70 HP on a basic that's ramping, and it's also pinging at your opponent. Is also actually dealing damage. This attack is amazing. Okay, what I said about Pachirisu, I actually really care about Pachirisu now. Pachirisu is my favorite electric Pokemon. Always has been. This is bonkers. This is actually crazy. This is super, super, super good. I have so many like ideas. This enables so many different like approaches with Dawn to begin with. That is incredible. Yeah, far more impressive than whatever the hell this is. But wow, yeah, that is something. It's also like the pink version, which I like because there's 2 versions of Pachirisu, who is, one of my favorite Pokemon now. Varoom with 70 HP. I don't know what this is. This is definitely one of probably from Scarlet Violet. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't played the game, so I actually do not know this Pokemon. I don't know what it evolves into, but I assume it definitely evolves into something because it's very unimpressive on its own. It headbutts for 10 damage and has 70 HP, which is very nice for like a stage or like a basic Pokemon that evolves into something. Like that's a good, that's we're talking about like coughing levels of bulk. So, until I see what it evolves into, I can't really say much more about it. But this Pachirisu, though, oh my goodness. This is such a reliable ramp lead for electric. It's not even funny how good this is. That I don't know what this is either. I gotta play the new games. Tatsugiri, 70 HP, Retreat Directive. Your active Dondozo, who I also have no idea what it is, has no retreat cost. I assume it's the big whale, right? And then a rain splash attack of 20. Interesting. Sprigatito, I do know this one. because it's a Pokemon that a good friend of mine really likes because he likes cat Pokemon basically. With the Cry for Help, put one random energy, grass energy Pokemon from your deck into your hand. So it's basically an upgraded Caterpie. Instead of finding friends, Sprigatito is like, help me! And, with 10 more HP, has a bigger possibility essentially to survive incoming attacks and can allow you to find potentially evolution pieces of it. So this is basically a really good attack to have for the basic version of a stage 2 evolution line, because it allows you to potentially find the other pieces as well. You can even combine Sprigatito and the Meowscarada, I think was the name. You can combine that entire evolution line with some like normal Pokemon, for example. You don't get to run stuff like Erica as reliably, but you get to guarantee that you're finding pieces of the evolution line when you go for this attack. So that's a very neat attack to have for like a basic of a stage 2. And then we have a new Pinsir. Oh my god, is this Pinsir actually going to be good? Guillotine Rush. I see 50 plus. They always add coin flips to Pinsir. I'm sorry they do this to you, Pinsir. Flip a coin until you get tails. This attack, furthermore, this attack deals. I can't see that. Okay, now I can see it. This attack does 40 more damage for each heads. Okay, that's already kind of like better than Pinsir's attack because it's not like an all or nothing attack. But for 3 energy, you could potentially, like 50% of the time, you're going to be dealing 90 damage. Which is not impressive. And then 25% of the time, you're going to be dealing 130, which is very impressive. It is a basic. It can go in dual energy decks potentially because it only requires one specific source of grass energy. Has a retreat cost of 2 that can function with Leaf. Has 90 HP, which is the same as the other Pinsirs. That's actually not bad at all for a basic. It's not incredible, but it's pretty solid. And maybe potentially, yeah, I'm not. It's not crazy, but it definitely has a lot more potential than the Pinsir that we have now. So it is an upgrade. Also, definitely better than Heracross too. So it's something. Not top tier levels of something, but it is something. And, red! Oh my god, we got red. That's me. Red was based on me, in case you're wondering. Red, during this turn, attacks used by your opponent, by your Pokemon, do plus 20 damage to your opponent's active EX Pokemon. Red is a Giovanni for EX Pokemon, ladies and gentlemen. The tech. He is a tech. And a very relevant one at that. Plus 20 damage is no joke at all. That's really dope. That's actually a lot better than you think it is, because if you have a powerful attacker, red can be really good, because if you have a strong attacker, he will likely be knocking out non-EX Pokemon anyways, but may fail to one-shot EX Pokemon. And running red allows you to basically solidify the sweep. So I really, really like it. Rip blue, because blue is probably like one of the worst, if not the worst, supporter card. And red shows a lot of promise. May actually substitute Giovanni in a lot of builds, but doesn't completely overshine it, because there are some decks that don't hit up as high where Giovanni is more important to be able to ensure 2-hit KOs on things, and Giovanni will still be more useful there. But yeah, this is going to be a card, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely going to be I don't know if it's meta defining, but it could end up being meta defining. At the very least, it's going to be very much playable, and it's something that people are going to have to account for, and it's going to fit a lot more decks than you initially think. Very good card. You can quote me on this. And the Iono, I have no idea who you are. Iono, each player shuffles the cards in their hand into their deck, then draws that many cards. Oh. So like for like decks that very specifically need to find specific combinations of cards. So more like combo decks, essentially. It allows you to just like swap everything, and you can potentially even disrupt what your opponent has. But it's the perk of that. It's not, if you want to disrupt your opponent, you'd rather play Mars or red card. It's more about helping you find what you need. with that extra perk of just completely, you know, every now and then you ruin your opponent's plans. I like this. I like this, especially like, you know, in Pokemon Pocket, like an effect like this, it's like, you know, playing Chatot, but not having to have the Chatot. I mean, Chatot can draw you more, right? Like Chatot can actually enhance it can give you card advantage. But card advantage is something that is often overvalued in Pokemon Pocket. In Pokemon Pocket, it's not so much about the amount of cards that you have. It's about having the cards that you need to have. And in a 20 card deck, having the ability to just like essentially mulligan with this card, it's really nice. I'm going to experiment with this. Like specific decks that need to draw specifically English. Like decks that need to find key components and are willing to just like gamble everything into it. Like this is legitimately a very nice tool, resource to have for that. I'm loving what I'm seeing here. These cards are really exciting. That's it? No, oh, holy information dump. Okay, give me, oh my goodness. Available from Friday, March 28th to Sunday, April 27th. Ladies and gentlemen, we have all these new EX Pokemon. But are they going to be a part of the set, or what's going on here? Like, is this, are we actually getting all these? Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my God, I got to dissect this. Oh my goodness. Tinkaton. I actually do know this Pokemon because I dabbled into Pokemon Showdown for a little bit and I enjoyed playing with this Pokemon. It has like this unique attack that hits really, really hard despite the Pokemon having underwhelming stats. Tinkaton has 170 HP. I may zoom in on this. No, I'm actually like zooming out. What the hell? What, how is that even happening? What if I keep zooming? Okay, so this is really weird. I'm actually like zooming out from my Chrome, but it's zooming me into the video, that's really funny. But now I can clearly see it. Okay, I'll run you down through it. I mean, you can watch the video yourselves in case you're curious. I'm pretty sure that they'll make a Reddit post about this as well, where you can clearly see the cards. Tinkaton has 170 HP. It's a stage 2 evolution. I thought this Pokemon was a stage 1 evolution, but it's a stage 2 evolution with 3 energy, terrific thumping, 80 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 80 more damage. So a stage 2 evolution that potentially 50% of the time deals 160 damage for 3 energy. Yeah, I hate this. I think this is terrible. Because it's a stage 2 evolution. Like, you need an actual payoff for a stage 2 evolution. I understand, like, just having an attack that deals 160 for 3 energy would be ridiculous. But they're balancing this through chance. And I do not like that. It's just complete gamba. And on a stage 2 win condition like this, it's just definitely not my kind of card. But, you know. Let's move on to the next one. We got a new Charizard EX. Another one. Actually, no, this is the shiny one. So it's the same one. It's exactly the same one. Okay. Giratina EX, 150 HP with the broken space below. Okay, I need to give me a moment. I need to go in. Once during your turn, I really have to. You may take a psychic energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. If you use this ability, your turn ends. Oh, so you ramp the moment you use this ability. So you can't like use this ability and then retreat and attack with something else. That's the interesting design. And then Chaotic Impact for 4 energy deals 130 damage. This Pokemon also does 20 damage to itself. So it's basically a stronger version of Arcanine's attack on a basic body that can ramp onto itself. Rip Arcanine. I mean, it's 2 different like types, right? But this is really good. You lead off with this, you place an energy onto it, and then you trigger the ability. That's your turn. Then, I mean, it's 1 more energy than Arcanine, don't get me wrong, but you have the ability to ramp. Then the next turn you can place the energy on something else, and then trigger the ability and ramp again. I mean, you're not going to be able to attack like the first, no matter what, you're not really going to be able to attack the first 2 turns. But then once you get this online, like the thing is you can trigger this ability from the bench. Because you can trigger this ability from the bench, that means that you don't have to have this thing taking damage initially. And it has a retreat cost of 2, which is really nice with Leaf. Like, this is a very good basic. I mean, clearly it's Giratina, right? Like, Palkia and Dialga have been really good, so they're not going to make Giratina bad. That's really solid. That's very interesting design, actually. Very, very, very interesting. I find this card very intriguing. I think it's going to be really impactful. Pikachu EX, 120 HP with the Thunderbolt attack. We have a new Pikachu EX that is basically... I'm working on a Raichu deck right now, and this guy just makes him look bad. Doesn't work with Lieutenant Surge, though, like Raichu does. But we have a Thunderbolt attack that deals 150 damage and then discards all the energy from him. So, Dawn. I can see myself playing Pikachu EX, this version, with stuff like Magneton, and then just using Dawn to rally over energy onto him. So that basically you have 1 energy on him, and then the turn you want to attack with him, you place the energy on him, you Dawn, boom, Thunderbolt. And you can use him as a finisher. So this Pikachu is actually not going to be easy to play, but has tremendous potential. I love it. I love these kind of things. Like, you're paying the price for like a very powerful attack, but you have to know exactly when to use it. And I really dig that. It does evolve! Oh, God, my eyes! Oh, my eyes! Oh, what is this? Oh, God, this is nightmare fuel. Wugtrio. Okay, whoever came up with this idea needs to be fired. Oh, my goodness. What am I looking at? Oh, God, what is this? Wugtrio EX, 140 HP, water type. Pop out throughout. No damage. Okay, I need to zoom in again. My face. Everything is visible here. Oh, Jesus! I had that. I had that show. What was I showing? Something like, what was I showing? Okay. No personal information. I was like, I have to give my editor extra work. Okay, pop out throughout. One of your opponent's Pokemon is chosen at random 3 times. For each time a Pokemon was chosen, do 50 damage to... Oh my God, it's a Draco Meteor. It's a stage 1 version of Dragonite. It's a stage 1 version of Dragonite that hits 3 times instead of 4. Oh my goodness, I love this. I love Dragonite, so I'm gonna have to learn to accept Wugtrio for who he is. You know, I'm gonna have a hard time looking at it, but oh my God, playing with this card is gonna be so fun. Oh, I love it. Real talk, I love this. It's also like not dual energy, so it doesn't struggle with... It's a faster, weaker, more consistent version of Dragonite. That's what it is. And I'm in love. I'm in love already. Like, that's really... Oh my goodness, I can't... Oh my God, guys, I'm on cloud 9. I thought we had no cards until like the end of April. I was like, what am I gonna do? And now I got all this. Oh my God. Okay, Paldean Clodsire. I also don't know who this is. 160 HP, a stage 1 evolution, EX Darkness with the Venoshock. So that has to do with the poison. If your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned, this attack does 60 more damage. 2 energy. 120 damage, just like Scolipede, ladies and gentlemen. But massive bulk and a stage 1 version of it. That is huge. That is worth paying the EX price. That is 100% worth paying the... Oh my God, Weezing is back. Ladies and gentlemen, Weezing is so back. This thing is so thick. Has a big retreat cost, yes, but with Leaf, you know, and such a quick attack, you can definitely make up for it. And it's hitting like a truck. Oh, rip Muck. Rip Muck. Oh my God, Muck, you are just like completely power crept here. this is incredible. This is actually incredible. 120 damage for 2 energy, ladies and gentlemen, onto a poison Pokemon. Wheezing, poison, Koga, or Leaf. Clodsire in, boom, dead. Absolutely dead. Phenomenal. So hyped for this one. I gotta learn more about this Pokemon because it's the first time I see it, but it's oh my god, it is gonna bring Wheezing back to the table, and I love it because Wheezing is one of my favorite Pokemon in Pokemon Pocket. Then we got Beedrill EX. Oh my god, we got Beedrill EX. That gets me really, really hyped. Because I loved Mega Beedrill, and the idea of like a playable Beedrill. Okay, let me. I can't multitask. Like I go rambling, and I don't actually read the card. 170 HP, 2 energy, Crushing Spear, 80 damage. Discard a random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Interesting. So there's a few things to factor in here. 80 damage for 2 energy. That's pretty damn solid. It's an EX Pokemon. It's a stage 2 evolution though. So it's solid, but it's not incredible. Starmie hits for 90, being only a stage 1 evolution. This Beedrill is thick as hell though. 170 HP. I can't believe I'm looking at Beedrill. Beedrill with this health, like Beedrill is like one of the most frail Pokemon ever. But in Pokemon Pocket, all of a sudden it's thick as hell. 170 HP is that perfect mark that allows you to survive a lot of high-end attacks. Not Charizard's hate, unfortunately, because it's weakness, but a lot of other things, like Palkia's Dimensional Storm, for example, like this thing can survive. And then with the Crushing Spear, you can shut down a lot of Pokemon that are building up energy to get that hit. Like if you're able to get Beedrill in against the Palkia, for example, that's building up energy. Imagine the Palkia, it's a 3 energy. Next turn, they get to Dimensional Storm. You Crushing Spear, and then you essentially that Palkia is never going to get to attack with Dimensional Storm. So you can lock out high-end attacks with this ability. So that's why the attack is dealing 80 damage, because it's paying a price for like a very, very powerful ability. But the problem here is that this ability is incorporated onto a stage 2 Pokemon. This is an ability that the earlier you get to apply it, the more likely it'll be able to lock your opponent out. Because after your opponent reaches a certain threshold, like if we repeat the same hypothetical scenario, but we have Palkia already at 4 energy, this attack will do nothing but essentially delay their ability to play energy onto the back. So that is a massive difference. It's not about like one sole turn can really make the difference between this ability winning you the game or doing downright nothing. So because it's incorporated onto a stage 2 evolution, it forces you to build this in a deck that can find the pieces fast. So when you design a Beedrill EX deck, you want to incorporate cards like Pokemon Communication and other tools to enhance your chances of being able to evolve Beedrill as quickly as possible. Because if you're able to get Beedrill in fast, then it's going to be a very hard Pokemon to beat, because it's going to just lock your opponent out of building up a specific Pokemon if it's in the front. So very, very nice. And 80 damage is enough to 2-hit KO a lot of things. You may even want to run this with stuff like Red, for example, to get that extra damage onto it, or maybe Giovanni, like ways to enhance the damage output a little bit. But I love the design. I love that it's not, the effect is not coin flip dependent. That's why I wasn't a fan of Pokemon like Fearow or the old Mawile, because having to rely on a coin flip for it to work is just like, it just really makes it not worth, in my opinion. So very, very exciting design for Beedrill, and super, super eager to build a deck with it. Definitely playable. Do not get me wrong, definitely playable. That HP stat is money, and this ability, but you gotta design the deck in a way that it focuses a bit on the ability to evolve this faster than other regular builds would. So you have to incorporate certain cards. Maybe the new Iono as well is a consideration. Maybe Pokemon like the new the Sprigatito, stuff like that. And then we got Bibarel. Mothajin, keeping it PG. Bibarel EX, 160 HP with 4 energy, Carefree Press, 100 damage, heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. So a bulky tank. So a tank sweeper, essentially. Kind of like mimicking Venusaur, but has 30 less HP onto it. But is a stage 1 evolution. that you can ramp onto with Dialga and potentially Manaphy. Though I do think you want to go Dialga for this one. So Dialga Bibarel can be a thing. Like it's like a different version of Lickitung EX essentially. You know, less reliant on coin flips and more about 2-hit KOing everything while being able to take a hit back. In the midst of an Arceus meta, it won't be as relevant, I think, because Arceus hits too hard for this thing to be able to sponge the hit, because Pokemon like Venusaur have access to Erica. This Pokemon, if you combine with, if you combine with Manaphy, you can run Irida, but if you combine with Dialga, you only have access to Potion, really, and Cape. So it's going to be hard to avoid getting 2-hit killed by some of those monsters. But it's still a fun option to have that is a normal typing, which makes it more flexible and more the ability to incorporate it onto several different builds. And the fact that it's a stage 1 evolution makes it take up less space with the deck as well, which is really relevant. So I think it'll be playable. I don't think it'll be top tier by any means, but it is definitely playable, which is nice. Out of all these, so many of them are very exciting. I personally find Wugtrio and Clodsire the most exciting. Because I love Weezing, and I think this is a perfect partner for Weezing. It's insane how good this is a partner for Weezing, and Wugtrio is just, you know, I never thought I would say this, but this is like I'm super excited about Wugtrio. Like I still look at it, and I just ponder like many things, but it's a faster Dragonite, a faster, more consistent Dragonite. Like, what more do you want? It's gonna grow on me. It'll become one of my favorite Pokemon eventually. It's a matter of time. Lucario is also very exciting. Giratina is going to be super good. Pikachu is also very, very interesting. Very more powerful than people expect it to be, I think. And Charizard EX is very nice. It's a very different version of it, and it really opens up different paths towards deck building for fire types, which I'm also eager to explore into. Tinkaton, I don't really give two craps about, to be honest. By far the least interesting one for me out of all these. But all in all, I'm so happy. I've been rambling about this for 30 minutes, man. But this is like so hype because I did not expect this. Should I have expected this? It just came out of nowhere for me, and I'm so looking forward to it. Okay, it's like less than a week, man. I don't know. This is a great surprise to. I just opened my Google Chrome and I just ran into it. I'm like, what the hell? I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm on cloud 9, man. Really, really exciting. We're gonna have a bunch of stuff to cook, and I love it. So yeah, but I'm gonna stop yapping. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think. Which one are you excited about the most? What do you think about my takes? What are your takes? Like, let's keep that discussion flowing in the comment section down below. And let's just wait, man. Less than a week to go. Oh my goodness. Actually, exactly a week, I think. That's nothing. I already got some videos planned. That's nothing. Nice. All right. Love you. Have a soul day. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.